Now then, boys, how are we doing? So I just wanted to explain to you the methodology of that I'm following to regain a lot of my muscle and potentially grow more. And this is the same thing that I've always used throughout my whole gym experience. This is just always worked for me, and I think it can take you a long way. And I'm just going to use like current numbers that I'm doing now as an example, and maybe you can see if it works for you, and we'll see how it works for me this time. So essentially, the first day I went back, I thought that I could do a lot more than I actually could, and I could only ended up do 26 kg for incline dumbbell bench press, which is really annoying because it's like one of my favourite exercises, and I wanted to be able to do a lot more than that. I mean, I used to be able to do a lot with that, and I want to get back to be able to do a lot. But yeah, 26 aside. And so what I was able to get the first time was 11 reps with that. Now, obviously, you're thinking, oh, why wouldn't you just go higher if you can do 11 reps, right? I don't like training too low rep, and that might be controversial for some people, but I think it's just so injury prone that I'd rather not risk an injury. And, I'm just coming back from an injury. So definitely right now, I don't want to be out again. So I'm keeping the rep range high. And I'm just seeing how much volume I can get in across 3 sets. So that's what happened the first time. Then I was able to do that much. And on the third set, I was only able to do that much. Whoop. If I can even write. So, as that's just your strengths going down, right? Obviously, as you're fatiguing, right? And you should be fatiguing, because if you're able to do 11, 11, 11, or whatever rep you're going for, you're not training hard enough. Even as, I'd say, a beginner. I mean, perhaps not a beginner, but even after 6 months of not going to the gym, I would still train so that I'm getting tired, right? And I certainly wouldn't be trying to go easier here just so that I could get the same number of reps on each one. That's just silly, right? But basically, when you combine all this together, you'll get a certain volume. So it'll be 26 times 11 plus 26 times 9 plus 26 times 8, right? That total volume is then your target to beat next time. So the second time I went in, if I was to do 12, 11, 10, that's obviously more in total. I've not actually moved up in weight, but I've done more volume. But you could do that in any combination. Maybe you don't get 12 the first time, maybe you only get 12 the second time, and you get 11 the first time. You get the point, right? So that is what I try to do. I try to increase the volume either by increasing the weight or by increasing the reps. Now, obviously, there does get to a point where you struggle to do either of those things anymore. But I'm definitely not at that point yet, because that's quite a way down the line. You can actually carry on with this mentality for quite a while. Whereas if you try to just increase the weight, then you do very quickly get to a point where you can't lift anymore and you're doing like 1 or 2 reps. So that's my plan for the minute. And I've actually already made some progress. I've done 3 push sessions now. And I've managed to get, just today, I was able to move up to 28s for 11 reps on the first one, but then I was only able to get 10 on the second one, and then 9 on the last one, which I'm happy with, because it's not much of a volume increase, but it is a volume increase, right, overall. And that is what is going to provide that muscle growth at the minute. That's what's going to stimulate that muscle growth at the minute. So it's working already, and I'm planning to do this basic process until I get back to where I was. And at one point, I was able to do 50 kilograms in each arm on incline dumbbell press for over 10 reps, right? So this works, or these works for me. So I'm going to follow the same process as I did before. And there is like other elements to it, right? So I won't be just moving up in the weights as I can. I'll be waiting to move up where I can do at least three sets in the rep range that I want to be in. So currently I want the rep range to be over 10. I just want to get at least 10, right? On each set. So that's even with fatiguing, yeah? So you can tell here, like, I'm not going to move up just yet because I'm not getting 10 on each set. I feel that is, yes, perhaps leaving gains on the table, and you could look up the science and maybe it is, but it's cautious. It's a super cautious approach that allows you to still progress. I think by doing it that way, you're just making sure not to go too heavy for what you can currently take. And there is another consideration that I have at this point, which is I will be able to get stronger very, very quickly because I've been there before, which is different to other people. So I'm slightly concerned about the muscle getting stronger quicker than I'm actually able to handle that, if that makes any sense. Connective tissue, like wrist strength just for holding the dumbbells, things like that. Just not used to it. If I was just very, very quickly could progress. I bet my 1 rep max now is probably quite high, but I would not want to be training that because I haven't even touched that kind of weight in a long time. So yeah, this is the plan for now, and we'll see how it goes.